morning guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a rush with me to finish crocheting for my store video. I pretty much sold out in December, and so I need to restock, and I'm restocking tomorrow. And all I've made is a chicken, a pig, a frog, a chick, and 2 octos, and I need at least 1 more chick, 2 possums, 1 more pig, 1 cow, 1 more chicken, a sea turtle, and a land turtle. So, like always, we're waiting till the last minute. Why wouldn't we? I really haven't uploaded. I have filmed a lot of stuff over the last week and haven't articulated it into one video, so I'm just going to give y'all a little update here. For Christmas, I got a sewing machine, so I have been learning to sew. It's been going great. I made a book sleeve the other day, and now I'm going to start working on just some other stuff just to see what I can do. I have been very busy playing World of Warcraft. We had a raid Monday night. We're raiding again tomorrow on Thursday. So that's really fun. But otherwise, in my personal life, I had gotten a call from a previous coworker who's also my friend right before the new year. And she had mentioned that her place of employment was looking for another paramedic to come work there. So I told her I'd be down for it. And then like the 2nd, I think, I sent her my resume with my contact information. And then yesterday I had an interview, so the 9th I had an interview, and I got a job offer. So I sent in my letter of resignation to where I've been teaching and gave them my 2 weeks. And essentially they just told me, we got it covered, don't worry about coming in. So I have another 2 weeks on vacation, so that's great. But I am starting a new job soon. It will be Monday through Friday, 7 to 5:30, so it'll be an all-day situation. So I don't know how that's going to affect my uploading schedule, but I will try my best to stay consistent. Obviously, throughout the end of the year, I wasn't very consistent anyways, but it'll be fine as long as y'all bear with me and understand that I just got a lot of stuff going on. I did drop out all my classes this semester because if this job goes well, I won't need them, and I just literally don't think I could have put myself through another semester of school right now, so yeah. I did organize my craft room the other day, like organized, because it is a mess. And I know usually you can only see a little bit, like what's on my desk over here, but it was a disaster, and it was to the point where it felt like I couldn't even focus on what I was doing because it was so messy. So also to cover my mirror, I used this stone wall stuff that we got for our Game of Thrones Christmas party, because that was what was left, so I just covered it with that. So that's what that is. But anyways, I am going to have to start my Harry Potter themed items literally like Friday, because the show that I'm selling at is like the first and second, or the second and third weekends in February. So I need to get on that, and a lot of the patterns I found will take me forever. So I think I'm just going to make like 1 or 2 mascots per weekend, and then just do my normal stuff but in HP colors and see how that goes. Because based on how I sold last time, I'm going to need to make a metric buttload of stuff. So I have this week, the rest of this week, and all of next week until the 22nd to get done as much as I can. I don't know how busy I'm going to be at my job, what I'm going to be doing, and things like that. I'm assuming the first few weeks are going to be busy because I'm learning everything. But if that's the case, then all I'll have is my evenings, and then lately that's been dedicated to playing WoW. So who knows? But I'm gonna go get some Starbs because I haven't had Starbies in a while. I'm gonna attempt to not be sick. My husband has been sick the last week or so. I thought I was safe. Luckily, it waited until after my interview, but I'm starting to feel it in my throat and in my nose, and so hopefully that doesn't happen. But I'm gonna get some Starbs, come back, and start working on my stuff. I also have 2.5 ducks to make today, and then I'm finishing them out tomorrow. Those are a little bit lower on my list of things I need to do today. Okay, I'm back. It is 10:48. I have my coffee, and this is the first one they've made correctly for me in a while. The not getting sick thing is not working out for me. I stopped getting the cold foam because I was drinking through a straw, and I felt like I was wasting my money because I wasn't really getting the cold foam. And then every time I did that, it just wasn't the same. Even though my order was the same every time. I just get an extra, I get extra sweet cream. I get a shot of espresso, and I literally think that's it. I get a grande and a venti cup with ice, a single, and extra vanilla sweet cream. So I don't know why when they put the cold foam, it's just better, but I'm gonna drink it through the lid now. One of the main reasons I stopped drinking through the lid was because one day when I was teaching, my lid had popped off walking upstairs, so I put it back on, but it wouldn't click on necessarily, like it wasn't secure. And so I'd put it on my desk and then forgot, and then picked it up and dumped it all over myself. So if you've watched a couple videos back, it's in one of the vlogs. But okay, I'm watching Stitches by Patty do her, I think it's one of her recent videos. I'm currently uploading onto my gaming channel the raid that we did, just so that my teammates can watch it. And I think I'm gonna get started with my ducks, do like the first half of all of them. So what I've been doing, instead of going like all the way through one, all the way through another, is I'll do like the head to the body, like until the body, and then the head to the body, head to the body. And then I do the body, body, body. Well, the half one I just leave like that, and I'll finish it up tomorrow. But and then I put the beaks, the eyes, and then stuff them and sew them closed, and then do that with the next one, because to me it's just less mundane than just doing them all at once and then all at once. So I'm gonna start my ducks. And also what I'm going to be doing is going through my inventory for the store, because I didn't originally have access to edit my inventory and things like that. So they just gave me access. So now I have to delete some things and kind of just really figure out what I want my like staples to be. Like obviously my leggy froggies, my octos, and like my farm animals and things like that. And I really like my turtles. They just take so long sometimes. Like, y'all doing these 48 plushies in 48 hours, y'all are nuts, because I could never. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm not focused enough. But my husband's gone today. It's just me and the girls. And so I'm just making it more dramatic than it needs to be. But I'm going to go through my inventory real quick and then start crocheting. Guys, it's 11:58 now. I have the 3 heads done. These are the 2 I'm going to be finishing today, both yellow, and then I have a green one to finish tomorrow. I went through my inventory thing, and honestly the only thing I'm really going to take off are my sleepy whales, because nobody buys them, and my ducks, because I just did 30 of them and I don't feel like it. I have a chick pattern I use now, so I can just use that. It's faster, or it seems faster. And even that, I'm trying to decide if I want to keep or not, but it's fine. I also went and signed up for my first market in March, and then I downloaded the audiobook for one of my book club picks for the month. So this month, my local book club, Books and Brews, is reading The Never King and Keep It in the Family. So we have Not Safe for Work, kind of Peter Pan retelling, and then we have our Safe for Work book, which is a thriller by John Mars. So I've already finished The Never King, but I need to finish Keep It in the Family, and because I got it on Audible, or because I got it on Kindle, I could get the audiobook for $2, so I just went ahead and got that. So I think here in a few, I'm going to start listening to that, even if I just take it a chunk at a time. I just don't know if I'll have time throughout the rest of the month to finish it before the meetup, which I don't even know if anyone else is going to be reading it, but whatever. So yeah, that's the plan. Now I'm going to start over on my other stuff. I think I'm going to start with the ones I have the most of. So I might do my opossum. I might do a possum and then maybe work on some turtle parts and then kind of jump around so that I'm not doing the same thing twice in a row. I don't know. It just keeps me on track and not like burnout. So that's the plan. I also wanted to show you another Christmas gift I got, and it is this 6.5 hook that my brother got me, and it is so beautiful. So I had moved down to I think 5, but I've been crocheting with this and I really like it. I think I'm gonna keep on. I'm gonna see how it looks with this velvet yarn, and it might be too big, but I like this a lot. It is very comfortable. Everything looks super cute. So they're just a little bit bigger than normal, but I like them. Okay, sorry for not having footage for the last hour and a half. I had to charge my camera, so I did. I have made this giant fat possum. Okay, so I use the 6.5 and I usually use the 5, and I don't hate it. He is quite rotund, but the stitches are kind of far apart. Like, it's a little too big for this yarn, so I think I'm just gonna make the next one in the 5 or a 6, so it's not so big of a difference, but there's not holes in it. Then I finished off this part of the body of one duck. Then I made turtle parts. Why do I feel like I did something else? I haven't done anything else. But now I'm gonna go clean my kitchen. I really don't want to. I've been cleaning my kitchen almost every day, and it seems like we cook and then it's dirty again. So I'm gonna clean my kitchen so that I can make lunch. I'm making a homemade Chipotle bowl. They are bussin'. If you live in the South or wherever there is an HEB, their guac and pico, so good. And they also have like pre-cooked fajita meat, which is what I use. I just put it in the skillet, heat it up, and then put it in there. Oh, delish. So after I clean my embarrassment of a kitchen, I'm gonna show you how I make my burrito bowls. And then when we get back, while I work on my turtle or whatever I decide to work on, I'm going to go over my yearly goals with y'all. I meant to do a whole video on it, but at this point, I'm just trying to get something out. It's already Wednesday. So while I crochet, I'm gonna go over my goals with you. I washed dishes, cleaned the kitchen, cooked lunch, washed more dishes, and now I'm back. So, I was back and forth listening to my audiobook, and then sometimes I would watch a video on YouTube, but I was watching TikToks while I was eating lunch because I have an iPad kid for sure, and I know about Brittany Broski. Like, I've liked her since she was Kombucha Girl, but her podcast, or the Broski Report, kept popping up on my TikTok, so I was like, I want to watch some of her videos because I think she's hilarious. because she is like the voice inside my head. Like I am 100% always the time in crackhead mode like she is, so, or at least she is in her videos. So that is what I'm going to be binging for the next little bit. It is 2:47 now, so it took me about an hour to do all of that. My camera's on 1 bar again, so I'm gonna charge it a little bit before I talk to y'all about my goals. But also, I hope that that cooking footage was as aesthetic as I wanted it to be. I'm sure it's not, because I have very bad lighting in my kitchen. But if not, I'm just gonna take this out and pretend it never happened. So, see y'all in a little bit. Okay, we're back up and running. I had my camera plugged in while I uploaded the footage I did have, and turns out the plug wasn't, like the cord wasn't actually plugged into the block. So, we're a little further behind than I'd like to be, but I finished my little land turtle parts. So now I'm gonna finish up my ducks while I talk to y'all about my 2024 life goals. So I have my goals split into 4 different sections. I have my personal goals, my career goals, my business goals, and my reading goals. So I know that sounds like a lot, but I only gave myself, well, didn't give myself, but I only wrote down 3 goals for each section because I didn't want to put too much pressure on myself to try to achieve too much, because I'm one of those people that's like all or nothing, and if I don't achieve a goal or something, I just get really down on myself, and I'm not trying to set myself up for failure this year. I'm hoping this year is a year of change in a good direction. I've just, over the past few years, felt like I was kind of running in circles. I mentioned this in my job interview yesterday, because it's like, I just need stability. I will work for a little bit and then go back to school, and then I'll work for a little bit and go back to school, and I just wasn't happy with either of them, which I didn't mention that in my interview, but I just want this year to be when I'm secure financially, mentally, career-wise. Like, I just want to have everything figured out. And I get it, you know, life is life and things happen and things change, but like, I just want to, for once, like, not be living in chaos, because that's how I spent my whole life. So, I turned 25 on the 1st, so my brain has been kind of different lately. I know this probably sounds dramatic, but, like, since my birthday, I've felt more responsible, and also, I've not been harder on myself, but, like, I'll see that the trash needs to get taken out, and I'm like, bitch, you're 25, take out the trash. Like, I'm at a point in my life where things need to be done, and I need to be responsible for them. You know, like, I can't continue to be lazy all the time. And there's a difference between being lazy and resting. I've talked to my therapist about this, but when it comes down to taking out the trash, or just leaving it for it to pile and pile and pile and whatever, like, just take out the trash. And I had listened to this podcast several years ago where I think it was called Happier. And they had mentioned this thing about if you can do it in a minute or you can do it in 2 minutes, just do it. I think it spurred from if you can do it in 10 seconds, just do it. But there's not a lot of things you can do in 10 seconds. So for a while I used that. If you can just do it in 1 minute, do it. If you can do it in 2 minutes, just do it. Like, you're going to be done so fast. But now I just feel like if it's not, I may have to go out of my way and get off topic for a second to do it, but if I think about it, I need to go do it. Like taking my meds. I have been historically terrible at taking my medication. I give my dog her meds in the morning, I look at mine, and then I walk away. Why? You're 25, take your meds. So I've been taking my meds like I'm supposed to. Today, I planned not 1, but 3 different doctor's appointments for next week so I can get them done before I start my job. I have a lady appointment, I have a dentist appointment, and then a regular doctor's appointment. I'm changing lady doctors, and I'm changing my PCP, so we're going to get all that situated for the future. That way I have it ready to go. I also made my husband an appointment because men will not do things on their own. I have accepted it. It is what it is. Anyways, so I have just already in the past 10 days had this mental kind of switch, and I'm hoping it stays. Honestly, I hope it's not just this like newfound responsibility or whatever. I would like it to stay to where I'm just like, I know that sounds not fun, but do it now so we won't have to do it later, you know? So I'm going to start with my personal goals for the year. And to some people, these may seem small, but like I said, over the last year, not having a routine has really done a number on me. I enjoy having a routine. I enjoy waking up every day, kind of doing the same things. Not to the point where it's mundane, but I need routine because it's, in my head, stable for me. You know, things can change throughout the day. It's not that, like, things have to be set in stone, but I like knowing I get up in the morning, I eat my breakfast, I go to work, I come home, and I have free time in the evenings. And I go to sleep, and I wake up and do it the next day, and I have the weekends off, whatever. To me, I crave stability, so a lot of my personal goals kind of pertain to routine. So number one is to develop healthy habits, and I know a lot of people go into the new year with these in mind, especially exercising. And exercise is something that I would like to spend more time doing this year, but I also need to drink more water. I have been so bad about water, and honestly, I think that kind of is what affects a lot of my stomach problems. So that is like top priority. I have a Stanley cup. I know there's a bunch of tea going on around that right now, but I don't care. If I have a cup with a straw, I am more likely to drink from it than I am if I have to take off the cap. So the Stanley cup has helped me in the past drink significantly more water. So I plan to drink more water next year. I don't like putting a set number like, you know, I need to drink 4 Stanley cups. I would like to at least drink 1, which can be low to some people, but going from someone who, like, I can go 4 days without taking a sip of water, I know it's gross. 1 Stanley cup is a big deal. So it is what it is. Progress is progress, right? I would also like to start going to the gym. One of the other firemen's wives has a training business, I think. I messaged her earlier because she had posted on the page on Instagram and asked like kind of what she does and things like that, because I don't need someone to show me how to do stuff in the gym. I know I've been to the gym enough that I know how the machines work and things like that. But to me, it's sometimes easier if I have someone else like hounding me. Like if I pay you to give me a workout plan and I pay you to follow up on it, I expect myself to follow through with it, you know? Like they're dedicating their time and their effort towards me, so I need to do the same. So I may potentially do that. We've been paying for a gym membership for at least the last, I'm pretty sure, 3 years. And I'm not gonna call out my husband, but I haven't gone very much, and he has gone less than that. So instead of wasting our money on it, we either go or we cancel it. I would also like to eat at home more. We eat out a lot. It's convenient, it's easy, whatever, but it's a big drain of our money. And it's just not good. Like I had this joke for the longest time that the reason it took me so long to get COVID is because nothing could survive in my body. And I truly think that that is a potential. Like, obviously that's not how it works, but like, unhealthy. I've been doing a lot better on caffeine. I really only have like 1 coffee a day. And I've cut back on energy drinks too. I don't really drink those if I don't have to. My husband usually brings me one on his way home from work, which is fine. But caffeine-wise, I'm good. So my personal healthy goals for the year are to drink more water, try to start doing some sort of exercise, and eat more at home, more home-cooked meals. I would say home-cooked healthy meals, but in my mind, for the time being, as long as I'm eating at home, it's generally still better than going to McDonald's. Another thing that I would like to do this year is to take better care of myself, because over the last year, I feel like I haven't been depressed as much, but I've had a lot of mental health struggles, I would say, and in those episodes, it is hard for me to have good hygiene and to clean and things like that. So one thing I would really like to focus on is just like improving my hygiene, being mindful to do it, not just like going to bed knowing I could brush my teeth and not brushing my teeth, or I know I need to take a shower because my hair is greasy but I don't feel like it. You know, sometimes the thought of taking an everything shower or even just having to wash my hair sounds so draining, and I know that is probably ridiculous, but whatever. So self-care, take better care of myself. Another thing I'd like to do is go to bed earlier and wake up earlier. So when I was teaching all the time and getting up early, I got on a much better schedule where I was tired by 9:30, I was up by 6:30, I was sleeping good every night, and then obviously because we've been on break, I've been taking advantage of staying up late and things like that. But I much prefer to go to bed early and naturally wake up early. Like, I was always an early riser as a kid. I was the first person up at sleepovers. I wouldn't be late to school because I woke up before my alarm. Like, my body just got into the routine. So when that started happening again and I couldn't sleep past 7, a lot of people are like, dang. And honestly, on days where I wanted to sleep in, I was still a little upset. But I have so much more time during the day when I wake up at 7 versus when I wake up at 11. So going to bed early, like, prioritizing sleep is very important for me this year. I understand a couple days a week or whatever, like hanging out with friends and staying up. Totally fine. But overall, I would generally like to go to bed earlier, wake up earlier, which now that I'll have a Monday through Friday job, I have to wake up early. And my last personal goal is to pay off my credit card and build up our savings. Since I've been part-time since January of last year, we have depleted a lot of our savings because we've been living essentially off of like 1 1/4 income, which is my fault and I take responsibility for it. I have been working, so it's not that I haven't been trying, but the money that I was making was not allowing us to continue to build up a savings. So this year I want to pay off my credit card, build up that savings, and, you know, we need furniture, we need to remodel our kitchen. I want a dishwasher. Our dishwasher does not work, and that's why I hand wash my dishes, and I am so tired of it. So get my finances in check. My car is paid off. Thank you, Nana and Papa. But I need to pay off my credit card. So those are my personal goals. Next are my career goals. So first off, I would like to take my career more seriously. And I know, like, I take my job seriously. I do. But previously, I've been the person that I would choose to stay up and drink with my friends and then call off. And not all the time. But I was one of those people that if I could call off and wouldn't get in trouble, I probably would. And I know that's terrible, but I was young, whatever. I know I'm still young, but so I just want to take work more seriously. But also, my second goal is to not be negative about work, because the entire time I've worked in EMS, besides teaching, it gets to a point where I wake up every day and I don't want to go to work. And then when I'm off work, all I'm thinking about is going back to work and how much I don't want to go back to work and how I hate it and blah, blah, blah. So I would like to hopefully maintain a positive outlook on my job. I really don't want to dislike this job. I don't know if I will, but I don't want to dislike it. I don't want to have to apply to another job for a long time. I would like to be able to start my family and work somewhere without having to worry about getting a new job because I can't stick with a job long enough, you know? So take my work more seriously. Ease up on the negativity. I understand, like, there's going to be days where I don't want to go to work, and everybody has those days. But I also want to make it a point to not have my life revolve around work. So when I'm off work, unless I'm doing something that pertains to work, which could be a possibility, I'm not thinking about work. I'm just living my life. So that's important to me. And also, I want to be a sponge. I want to learn as much as I can. In my interview, it really seemed like there was a lot of potential for growing and learning opportunities and things like that. So I really just want to jump into work and, like, give it my all and learn as much as I can from it and just, like, try to be... I've always been a good employee. If you ask me to do something, I get it done. I'll complain, but not to your face, you know? And I don't want to make my whole life about work, you know? But I want to give it my all, you know? I may have to film this in 2 parts because my camera battery is already low again. Next up, my business goals. Also, I finished my duck. Meet me. Business goals, I would like to start posting regularly again, which this may not be feasible with my job, but it's possible. I would also like to make more of an effort to promote my business and advertise myself. I have a website and I also have an Etsy shop, and a majority of the things that I have made I have pictures of but aren't on my website or my Etsy, and so like how am I going to get sales outside of people in the area if I'm not advertising or even putting stuff online for people to buy? So that is another goal of mine, to just take some time every day, put up a listing or two, and improve my business, post more on social media, you know, things like that, which it's all based on how my routine goes at my new job. So it may take a few weeks for me to kind of figure out what I'm able to do, but that is a goal. And then my last business goal is I have my sewing machine, obviously, so I want to develop a list of sewn items to be able to sell at my markets and through my business. So I know I want to do bookmarks and I know I want to do book sleeves, but what else can I do? What would I like to do? Things like that. And lastly are my reading goals. So my goal for last year, I believe, was 24 or 20 books, and I read 42, I believe. So this year, especially because I'm not in school, I set my goal at 50 books for the year. I do include audiobooks, but I do not include DNFs. I've just never, like, I didn't read the book, why would I include it? But that's besides the point. So 50 books for the year, any genre, things like that. And I really want to, like, start allowing myself to mood read, because I am very much a mood reader. And if I'm not feeling it, I ain't reading it. So, hello? For instance, a week or so ago, I was like, you know, I feel like I should really read both the Crescent City books before the third one comes out at the end of January, so I have an idea what was going on. And then I started reading, and I kept noticing that, like, I could just not focus. And honestly, a hot take here, Crescent City has never been my favorite series. It's probably third in the list of Sarah J. Maas. Urban fantasy to me was a new concept to me when it came out. And so it was very hard for me to wrap my head around, like, mythical creatures that have cell phones and do drugs and party and things like that. And I know that's the vibe, but it was just weird to me. For whatever reason, I saw Danica, like, walking on 2 legs, not 4, because she could still talk in her animal form. And then they said alpha hole. Stop being an alpha hole. That makes me internally scream. I literally, I can't. So, not my favorite of all of the books. So, I started reading it. I just couldn't do it. So, I didn't force myself to. As much as it would be helpful, it would have also been helpful to read all the other series before this one came out, but alas, I didn't. So, I want to allow myself to mood read. If I'm not in the mood and I don't feel like picking up a book right now, put it down. I have a whole shelf called DFN instead of DNF, and it stands for Don't Finish Now. So I have it. I know I've started it, but I know I need to go back to it because I would like it at a different time, you know? So, 50 books, mood reading. I obviously have my book club books that I pick, but I pick them. So if I don't want to read them, I don't pick them, usually, unless it's a recommendation. And lastly, I would like to at least post monthly reading videos. I would like to do, obviously, a video a week and alternate between crafting and business stuff and books and reading. That way, because I know I kind of have a mixture of subscribers, but that way I can still talk about my books and my content will have a variety, you know, and I know there's the potential to not get subscribers that way because not everyone's going to care that I read and not everyone's going to care that I crochet, but I don't care. It's my channel, so I'm going to have a wide variety of everything. I also think it would be good to just do weekly vlogs so I can include my crochet and my reading, kind of how I was doing a while back. but we'll just have to see. So, but I do want to incorporate that more into my channel because that's originally what I did, was books. If you have any book recommendations, please leave them down below. There's so many things that I still need to read. I have read Iron Flame and Fourth Wing, and a lot of the other popular series. Well, not a lot. Anyways, overall, I just want to improve all aspects of my life this year, and just, I think the general consensus from all of these goals is to just make more of an effort. And there's going to be days where that doesn't feel great and it's uncomfortable and not exciting, but oh well. We're just going to push right through because these are things that make me happy, things that will make me happy, and that's what I want at the end of the day. So, I'm trying to de-stress as much as possible. Me and my husband are trying to conceive, so I need the stress to go away so I can just improve myself and improve my body and hopefully benefit from all of that. If that's something y'all would like to see more on, then let me know. I don't really have much to talk about regarding that right now, but if it's something y'all are interested in, maybe I can make some videos on it. I don't know. But my camera's about to die, so that's all of my goals for the year. So thanks for listening to me blabber on. I'm going to finish my duck, my turtles, and then I'll get back with y'all because I have to recharge my camera again. Okay, it is 5:30. I have finished my turtles. Got our sea turtle here and our land turtle here. Now I am on to finish my chick and my chicken, and then that leaves a cow, a pig, a possum, and that's it. So we got this, easy peasy. I have also finished 2 episodes of the Broski Report. It's pretty good. I'm really ready to be done so that hopefully I can maybe cross stitch a little before bed tonight. My back hurts. I want to sit in my bed, which I could crochet in my bed, to be fair. I might just do that because my back really hurts. I don't know. But anyways, I'll update y'all after this. Okay, it's 6:22, and I think at this point I'm just going to move over to my bed because my back really hurts and it'll just be more comfortable. I finished another episode of the Broski Report, still enjoying it. I only have my 3 items left, my pig, possum, and cow, so it won't take me too long. But I just wanted to let you know what was going on. I don't know if I'll update you again tonight, but I may in the morning to close out this video. And then hopefully I can edit it tomorrow and post it. We'll see. I finished my chicken and my chick. So, 3 more things. Oh, I just flicked one of the eyes out. Alrighty guys, it is the next morning and I want to go over everything that I finished for my shop. I did achieve everything I set out to finish, so I'm gonna go over it with you and then close out this video. So I made 1 land turtle, 1 sea turtle, 2 chicks. I didn't really like the way this one came out in the Bernat blanket, so I made another one in Yarn Bee Velvety Smooth or whatever. 2 chickens. I thought about making one of them a different color, but I really like the speckled pattern, so I just made them the same. 2 pigs, 2 possums. So I'm going to show you the difference. This is the normal size possum I make, and this is the one I made yesterday. Well, I made this one yesterday too, but this is the one I made with the 6.5. He's quite large, so I'm just going to keep him the same price because it's a pain to change it. I have 2 octos, 1 leggy froggy, 1 cow, and a mini shroomy, which I think I'm gonna take these off of my roster. I don't know. This one it was already made, so I just added it in because I needed to, but I'm just kind of tired of making these. So I don't know. They just take a while. But that is all of the items that I made within the last week or so, most of them yesterday. Let's see, I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items yesterday out of 15. So I did about half of them yesterday. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry that this video is coming out not on a day that I usually plan to upload, but things might be a little sporadic for the time being. Otherwise, I hope you had a happy holidays, and I hope you're having a great start to your year, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.